You know, these laws, these agreements, they all narrow down to constitutionalism as a culture.
Yes.
Article 1 of our Constitution speaks of the supremacy of the Constitution and the sovereignty of the people. So if this is an agreement, a collective bargaining agreement, it is only imperative that the government implements it. There is no excuse about it because a government never expires. That's why we have permanent secretaries in place. When you come in, you pick it from where it is. The only problem is that we are having a government that wants to create everything new. It's as if Kenya is being born today. This country has been in existence for over 50 years. And for your information, let me tell you, an hybrid government allegedly comprised of agents of dictatorship in the previous regime of President Daniel Moi, a government that is comprised of the YK92 thuggery agents, a government that is composed of the Eurobond Scandal architects, may have zero regards to the supremacy of the Constitution and the rule of law. These are people who've never practiced anywhere. They have no regard, zero regard for attachment and internship, because these are new things and new terms to them. These are people who just found their way up in the political ladder. If you were to task them with responsibility to showcase their professional and career background, how they rose to be who they are, some of them may not really account for what they are, so they do not really understand what it takes to be an intern. I have worked in a regional facility, that is JTRH. What my brother has told you of the works of the medical interns, my father, biological father, was a patient. He is still a patient to date. I can tell you for a fact, nothing he said that is out of context. When he walked into the hospital, the people who admitted him into the facility were the clinical officers, the interns. People who do the fluid set, everything that is done on a patient in the hospital or within the wards, it is done by medical interns.
Yes.
And you know, being a young person, most of them are also young people. We are outgoing, we negotiate, we talk, we interact. You come to realize that the government really do not appreciate professionalism. These are young men and women who took their time in school to study, to become doctors. Now people who do not appreciate the value of education are now seated in power, and they want to compel these people now to work out these things. A government that is solely interested in manufacturing hustlers do not have interest in embracing professionalism, building professional career background for the people of Kenya. If at all that is something that the government had in its mind, today we would not be talking of a scenario whereby State House, which has been in existence for over 100 years, is being renovated at a tune of billions of shillings, while professionals who've just graduated after paying enormous amount of money to the government in form of fees cannot be posted just as interns and remunerated to facilitate, one, their accommodation, their living or food, and their transport. These young men and women are not asking for too much. They're asking for basic things. And the people, the cows who do not want to comply with these basic provisions are being driven in SUVs. They are having FT medical allowances. They do not attend medical treatment locally. When they feel little headache, they are flown out of the country. That's why they do not understand the plight of the people of Kenya. And these are the taxpayers, these are the financiers. This is a very awkward position. It is very sad that we are still seated here today discussing when a medical intern should be posted. We are still seated here today to discuss how much a medical intern should be paid. The government is so fast in telling us how opportunities exist in the Middle East, where slave trade is still a matter of fact till today, but they cannot create those facilities and enabling environment locally